Nearfall Nation. Say hello to the Ball Guy, and welcome to the Nearfall Network's Survivor Series review. I'm going to try to do this quick and concise, at least in the beginning, kind of knock out some of the BS that I usually spill to you guys, for the simple fact that this is the first pay-per-view that I'm reviewing in the wintertime, and it's getting dark really fast, and I don't want to talk to you and have you looking at a dark screen, because that kind of defeats the purpose of this. I could do straight audio, but we started it as video. I'm going to try to keep it as video. So, Nearfall pick'ems for the Nearfall MVPs. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head. Hopefully, High Fiver can give you that on the High Five Party that he is now doing on Tuesday. After Raw, he will do it Tuesday in the middle of the afternoon, so hopefully I'll get a hold of him, see if he can update us on that. What I do know is that myself, I went 8-0. So there's that. Pretty happy with that. I picked them pretty damn good, so we'll live with that. But let's just get right into Survivor Series. Overall, before we even get into some of the key points that I picked up from watching the show, what a great pay-per-view. If we're giving grades, I'd probably give it a strong B+ to A-. It's really hard to be a perfect show and get that A or that A+, but this was close. This was close. It was star-studded. The card was absolutely stacked. There wasn't one point on the main show that I was bored. Not one. Not one match where I didn't, feel that my attention wasn't on that pay-per-view. It was solely on that show. The kickoff show, not so much. My critique there is when they're doing these 2-hour kickoff shows, they need to get these either open the doors sooner at the arena, and I know that's probably not in their hands, and that's up to the arena, not them. But if that's the case, then they need to push these matches all to the last hour of the pre-show, because it's silly to have these guys and women at times fighting in an arena that's not even half full because people were fouling in. And it's just, it's silly to me to let that happen. And no matter what the reason is, there's ways to work around it. And that would be my critique of that. That being said, the opening matches, I enjoyed the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match with Breezango. That was a fun match. Actually a good way to lead into the main card. Cruiserweight Championship is what it is. I don't feel Enzo the way some people do. I don't think he's horrible. He's just not great in the ring. And even on the mic, he's starting to get slightly annoying, at least to me. I don't know if everybody feels that way, but that's how I feel. The Elias Sampson match, Matt Hardy match, it just seemed like it was in slow motion. It did nothing for me. But let's talk about the main card, and let's talk about the fact that every match was a quality match. Every match had good spots, and something that Survivor Series, I don't know if it was an intentional thing, but the way, the way these matches played out, it was like they all had a good pace and a good build to them. Every match kind of started out slow, not in a bad way. A couple of them I started to worry about, but man, once they started to ramp up and ramp up and ramp up, what a night of wrestling. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep this a little shorter than normal because I'm fighting the lighting here, guys. But man, some of the standouts for me for this pay-per-view, in my opinion, match of the night, I'm just going to go right there, right off the bat. Freaking AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. Oh my God, what a match. I know that there's probably a select group of people out there that are like, oh my God, AJ Styles is buried. And if you're one of those people, just shut this off because you're not going to like what I'm going to say. That match ended up being the exact way that I think that I would have wanted it to go. Meaning that we all know Brock is not going to lose until Roman Reigns is the one who beats him. So you have to go into this match knowing even though AJ Styles might be your guy, that he's not going to win. And when the match started out, it didn't look good at all. I was starting to be like, oh my God, tell me this isn't just going to be a Brock Lesnar squash match and just, you know, we're going to put AJ in the ground here. And I don't mean by buried. I'm not one of those people. I was worried, but man, that had a purpose. The way the match started had a purpose. The way the match progressed had a purpose. We told a story, and Brock Lesnar sold moves. Brock Lesnar sold AJ Styles shit. How awesome was that? You don't see Brock sell for a lot of people, and you don't see Brock. You can tell when Brock's invested in a story. You can tell when Brock's invested in a match. Even more so, we make the same critique with Randy Orton. But Brock's probably even worse at it because, Brock's there for a paycheck. Can't fault the guy, but that's why he's there. But let me tell you, Brock was invested. Brock put on a hell of a match with AJ Styles. AJ Styles looked so unbelievably strong after this match that I know that there's a match on SmackDown. Jinder's getting his rematch, and I just want to say that it will completely throw this match in the toilet if Jinder gets the title back, because AJ looks so strong after this match. He put Brock to the test. Brock beat him, but AJ looked great, and that is something to, as a wrestling fan and as an AJ Styles fan, we need to hang our hats on the fact that AJ took Brock to the limit, and both of these guys looked fantastic at the end of this match, and it was a lot of fun. I saw AJ modify some moves that I haven't seen him do before to hit on Brock. Like, just a ton of fun to watch this match. The other match that kind of sticks out to me is the Usos versus the Bar, which, come on, we knew that was going to happen, because the Usos are probably the greatest tag team that are on the roster right now. This is the best tag team on the roster right now. The heel Uso, the Uso Penitentiary. I've been a fan of the Usos since they were the white meat babyface, paint on the face, doing the Samoan dance at the beginning of their entrance. I've always enjoyed the Usos. They are entertaining one way or the other. But while I always liked the Usos and thought, man, they're fun, I don't mind watching their matches, the heel Usos blow those guys out of the water. Their promos are good. Their ring work is different and more concise and tighter, and they just put on fun matches. And I said this on Drive By this weekend, talking with the High Fiver, that, we kind of all were disappointed because we wanted to see Rollins and Ambrose against the Usos, but we got a gift out of this because we got the Bar against the Usos. And yeah, the Bar and Rollins and Ambrose have been putting on killer matches. There's no argument there. But as I said, that's not all on one team. They are dance partners. And as much credit as you can give to Rollins and Ambrose, you have to give that same credit to Cesaro and Sheamus. And they proved it, that they can go with anyone as well. And when you put good teams together, good workers together in that kind of environment and just let them go, you come out with entertaining, awesome, fun matches. And that was another one that was right up there for me. And then you move on to that, we get the match that we didn't even know we wanted till we were presented with it, and that is the Shield versus the New Day. And kind of knew there was no way Shield was going to lose because we just put them together. New Day can take losses. They are cemented in history as one of the best groups and tag teams probably of all time. What a fun match. Crazy, unbelievable spots. The avalanche, triple power bomb, whatever you want to call it. Just bodies being stacked, and Braun Strowman wasn't even in the match and they were stacking bodies. What a fun match. Really, it was entertaining and it was delightful to watch, and it kicked the show off, and it really did set the pace. A lot of people get flack because, well, why is New Day on a kickoff, or why is New Day, on a the first match. Listen, these opening matches are important, guys. They set the tone for the whole show. You know, you ever hear that attitude of they come in the back and say, now go talk that? Hey, you want to follow the Usos or the New Day and some of these other teams, you better bring it. And if everyone wants to do that and everyone tries to top the guy before it, the show's going to be crazy and it's going to be fun. Miz and Baron Corbin, it was fun. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and I have nothing to get. I like both guys. Miz is doing the best work of his career, in my opinion. Baron Corbin is kind of hitting the highs and lows back and forth at the same time. Sometimes he's great, sometimes he's not so great. It is what it is. I think he's finding his spot, but let me tell you, he looked fantastic against The Miz. I love the build-up that they put into this match on social media. You know, it's hard to do these champion versus champions because they don't touch each other. They don't see each other. They don't interact because they're on different shows. But I really enjoyed the, I guess, chemistry between The Miz and Baron Corbin. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't a, you know, mind-blowing 5-star match or anything like that, but it was definitely a quality, entertaining match, and it was not boring. And that's pretty much the point of this. I want to be entertained when I watch pro wrestling, and I was definitely entertained by that match. Now, I'll jump right to the women's, the champion versus champion match, Charlotte versus Alexa. Holy cow, guys. If there's any question that Alexa Bliss isn't the top female, or one of the top females, pardon me, this is why this match happened. No disrespect to Natalya. She's, you know, she's in her own right, she is great. She is a Hart family member. She is a hard worker. She knows what she's doing in the ring. I can take or leave her character, but if they need someone to put a solid match on, Natty will be there, and that is a sign of a good, strong talent. That being said, Charlotte and Alexa are the two top females in WWE right now, hands down, no argument. Asuka's going to come into her own time, but we need to get there with her. Charlotte and Alexa, the queen and the goddess. I saw some people say it looks sloppy. Look, again, these people don't work with each other at all. That's going to happen. It was totally enjoyable, a fun match. Both women look great after this match. Again, another match where even the loss doesn't make Alexa look bad. You lost to Charlotte Flair. Everybody loses to Charlotte Flair. It's like losing to Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. Everybody does it, so it doesn't really hurt you. And none of these matches, all the champion matches, they're still champions, so it doesn't matter. We go to the women's tag match, and the 5-person tag. If they were going to take Nia out, that was a smart way to do it, the way that they did. It doesn't make her look weak, so I like that. Asuka, I assumed that she would be the lone survivor. I assumed once she was put on that team that Raw was going to win, because there was nothing that made any sense to give her first loss in this kind of match. You know, there were speculations that there would be a run-in and, you know, maybe Paige would come out and attack Asuka, or Paige would come out and sub for someone on SmackDown, or even Nikki Bella. We all talked about it, but let me tell you guys something. I'm so excited that none of these run-ins happened except the one I'm going to talk about last. I'm so excited Jinder didn't run in and interfere, because I would have been pissed if he would have messed that match up for us. I'm glad that Paige didn't run in, or Nikki didn't run in and cause some weird chaos. I'm glad that nobody came in any of these other champion versus champions. I was kind of thinking maybe Carmella would cash in, and we tossed it around on the pre-show, but we don't need to do all that. We were doing a bunch of other stuff, and it makes sense for that to be a special moment on its own. Maybe on tonight on SmackDown, maybe at Night of Champions, maybe, who knows? But it'll come, and when it comes, it'll be great. Unless it's Baron Corbin's cash, and then it won't be great, because that was horrendous. But yeah, we'll move on from that. The women's tag match was not fantastic, but it wasn't horrible. It was entertaining, and you had Asuka shine, and I was surprised to see Becky Lynch take the pin so fast, and I know that's going to piss people off, but, you know, these people have to lose, and it's just the way it is. And that brings me into the men's tag match, and I'm trying to wrap this up because I am quickly losing light, guys. But The men's tag match was a lot of fun as well. I know some people didn't like the addition of some of the old timers, Cena, Angle, Triple H, even Orton being in there. And then you heard the complaints, well, why did Shinsuke and Bobby Roode, they got knocked out so quick? Look, guys, you have to literally look at this card. Look at the guys that are on these teams. They all have to go out eventually. So, I mean, they're gonna get taken out. It's an elimination match. Should have Cena gone out first? Like, if Cena would have gone out, even the people who hate Cena would have been like, well, Cena didn't even do much in there, which people were still saying that. But look, they put this card together, this entire card, to make us happy. If we don't like this, then we're not gonna like anything. If we don't like what they did Sunday night at Survivor Series, and was everything perfect? No, it wasn't. But it was all good. And some of it was great. And if we, constantly spit back in their face when they do things to say, okay, here you go, do you like this? And you're still like, nah, don't like it. Then what can they do? It gets to that point where it's just like, what can we do for you people because you don't like anything? And we got to get out of that mentality. But back to the tag match. Look, what was awesome was the fact that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn interfered. What was also awesome was the fact that they interfered, but kind of became a non-factor. Like, not to look down on them, because I love both guys. Kevin Owens way more than Sami Zayn. I'm not a huge Sami Zayn fan, but he's effective. And I gotta say, I love the way that he comes out in such a arrogant, still doing his little ska dance, but in an arrogant, like, boastful, prideful, snotty-ass way. A very smug. Find a way to make that smug, and it's working so well. I'm really enjoying I'm really enjoying heel Sammy way more than I have ever enjoyed the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn. So let's keep this going on. But they got to interfere. It worked out. I enjoyed it. They didn't change the outcome of the match. We had the chicanery at the end with Triple H, and I know people were dogging that, but look, that was what happened. And if it would have been Jason Jordan come out, you guys would have been bitching about that too. So we can't have it all. We all knew something was going to happen, and it wasn't going to be Sammy and KO because they were out there and then done way before it was time for them to affect anything. So Triple H, this is building the story for Triple H and Kurt Angle for WrestleMania. Mark my words, that's what it's doing. And what else did it do? It made Braun look like a star. Because Braun's just like, if you ever do that again, I'm going to rip your head off and eat you. Like, how great is Braun Strowman? Can we just take a minute to appreciate the way they are building this character? High Fiver said a while ago, he thinks it might actually end up Braun, Roman, and Brock, and I still don't think so, but man, it seems like more of a possibility that Braun's going to be in there somewhere. Like, they are definitely working so hard on this guy to make him be the next monster, and a monster that's going to be there for a really, really, really long time. And he is just so much fun to watch. We've talked about this amongst ourselves, the elitist here. Braun Strowman's character works. I said he's just got it, but that thing that he has that is it, we kind of are all in agreement, is believability. You believe Braun Strowman stacks bodies. You believe Braun Strowman could rip your head off and shove it where the sun don't shine. It's just is what it is. Guys, Survivor Series was a lot of fun. I'm gonna stick, after talking about it and thinking about things, A-. I'm not going to drop it even down to a B. An A- show. I'm not going to spit in the face when they give me something good. And it was entertaining, and that's really all I asked for. Nothing was perfect. Some things were great. A lot of it was good, and I was highly entertained. And that's what's important to me. Don't forget, guys, catch everything we do here at the Never Fall Network. Drive-By will be hopefully on iTunes soon. It is on Podomatic, and it will remain on YouTube. So you will have different ways to check it out, whatever your preferred media is. Don't forget our post shows. Tuesday with the High Fiver for Raw, Wednesday with the King of Nerds for SmackDown, and then of course the King of Nerds with his retro Raw and Nitro, the Monday Night Wars, Thursday and Friday. Guys, I had a lot of fun. Sorry it's getting dark, but as I say every time I talk to you guys, it's been real, it's been fun. We'll catch you next time.